Hi everyone! So today we're going to talk about how to sew piping in a garment, whether you're doing a bodice, a pillow, any apparels and stuff like that. So we are going to talk all about that, okay? So in today's video, what you can actually see is us creating our own piping. So Marina over here is basically using a cording foot, or we call it the piping cording foot, and it's a special footer that you do actually need to get, okay, if you want to add any piping with a cording inside. So if you're not sure exactly what a cording is actually that black thing that you see. Now there are different things that you can use. You can use a softer one. Typically it's in white, but over here we're using a slightly stiffer one because we want to use it in place of boning. So we're definitely using a stiffer one over here. Okay, there are two different types of piping. So the first type of piping is going to be those that you can actually get off the shelf, which is just mainly fabric, or you can actually create your own by making a bias strip of fabric, cutting on a bias of strip of fabric. But what you want to do is you can also get those with the cording already inside. But for us, what we want to do is, because we want to use our own fabric, so that's why we're kind of making our own over here. So as you can see, what happens is very nicely, it wraps, the cording is actually wrapped inside the fabric, and this is exactly where we are going to add the piping to. So if you see here, we are actually creating a ballet bodice right now, and the piping is actually going to run across the darts. All right, so what this is going to do is it's going to stiffen the bodice for sure, but it's also going to bring out the curves of the dancer and of the bodice of the dancer as well. So it's the same if you want to kind of do this for, say, any other apparels. Okay, you can see that we've really serged and hemmed all of the fabrics here very nicely. We've got the front and the back over here, and what's going to happen is we are going to actually add the piping this way to one side of the fabric first, and then going ahead to do it on the other side of the fabric, such that when you open, it's going to be very pretty, very nice and very pretty. Alright, so if you are looking at creating something like that, okay, so the thing about piping is that it might not be to me, okay, this takes some practice, definitely. Alright, but the one thing that I like about piping is that it really creates a very seamless, like a line that enhances the body shape of anyone that is wearing the bodice. Okay, in the next few videos you'll definitely see the end result of how this whole bodice with the piping will actually look like. So if you want to see how that is, stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright, but if you have any questions, just drop it down in the comments below as well. Okay, so the one thing here, you see what is being done is that many different pieces of piping has already been created and cut. The one thing that I would suggest, alright, for everyone, if you're watching this right now, is to create, or rather you cut a piping that is gonna be longer than what is needed. Alright, because you still need to have your allowances just in case anything happens. Okay, so that's the one thing that I would say can be done better here. But other than that, it actually does look very nice, very seamless, because we wrapped it around the same fabric as the bodice as well. Alright, so if you have any questions, drop it down in the comments below. But if not, check out how piping actually does make a difference and see the end result. You'll love it, I promise you. And come and learn sewing with us here at Free Movement.